When you walk into a store, do you recognize Wizards of the Coast logo? Have you seen it in a toy section at a Walmart or a Target? Have you seen their novels or books, video games, advertising? It's time to take Wizards of the Coast so much more seriously. Hey everyone, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. I hope you're all having a great day today as we get ready to discuss Wizards of the Coast. You know, I wasn't even thinking about this as a topic. It didn't come into my mind. My son's 10, and he was talking about in class about market branding and how companies lure kids into buying certain things, microtransactions, all that sort of thing. We got into a discussion at the dinner table. And before you knew it, I started thinking, wow, kind of amazing how far Wizards has come. You know, when I was a teenager, Wizards of the Coast didn't have a display. They had a box of boosters sitting up on a counter, usually near the cash register of my comic shop. Then years later, Fallen Empires and stuff came out. The Dark, same thing. Nothing really changed. I remember a video game brought up by Wizards of the Coast. I think it was Micro Prose. It was like, you could get a Black Lotus. You could build your own decks and stuff and play against computer-driven opponents. And I was like, that's a video game. That's so cool. Magic the Gathering is a video game. Well, that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Look how far the game has come. When I walk into a Walmart, I see Wizards of the Coast stuff everywhere. They have it at the front cash. They have an aisle with the Pokemon, the Magic the Gathering stuff all there with sports cards. LGSs aren't called comic shops anymore. They're your LGS, your local gaming store. As comics are a very, very small portion of the store, but Magic has displays. You see images of Teferi, Ugin, Nicol Bolas. So anybody walking into that store, even somebody coming to look for a game of Monopoly to play with their friends and family who are like 70 years old. I've seen those people say, hey, that's that Magic the Gathering game. That's what little Timmy plays. And they've walked over and they've asked about Magic the Gathering and what deck would be good for their grandson, granddaughter. Look how far Wizards has come. And when I sit there and I get all mad and upset because the prices are going up, and it's not just about that. Wizards is just they've gone so far beyond what I remember having as a kid, as a young adult, as a 20-something. I see giant displays of Teferi. Dungeons and Dragons has been mixed in with Magic the Gathering. I never thought I would see the day. Blows my mind, and I'm happy, ecstatic, because they have brought the game so far. And although I may complain about pricing sometimes or how they put their products together, Wizards of the Coast, sure, they're being directed by Hasbro, but Wizards has to grab market share. When you see them bring out, Stranger Things, when they bring out Stranger Things, they probably don't care that the cards are good or not. They care about that imagery. Pardon me, guys, I smacked the mic. They want to get to that imagery. They want to have 11 on there, and Mike, and all the guys. Because a lot of people watch that show. And if you have Stranger Things out there, you are grabbing in more market share from an audience that might be interested in a game like this. Why do you think Magic the Gathering has tried to build board game style things like that game with Jace on the front? They had Plane Chase, some other games that are little longer winded games, right? Because they're trying to break into other markets. Fortnite, these are all attempts to expand their reach into other markets. So although they're still trying to appeal to the core base that we all love and play each and every day, Wizards continues to grow and evolve and expand their reach beyond the norms, trying to find new avenues to draw in a larger player base. Now, they have gone the route of microtransactions. Like, you can go onto Arena and you can pay to play. If I grind my decks out, I refuse to pay for a game, okay, like that. I'm like, no, I can play Magic on a tabletop for fun, but on Arena, I'm willing to grind out to get the cards I want, to try out some decks and see if things will work. I really don't care about my rank anymore as much as trying out a deck to see if it works well. Almost like I'm deck teching it against other opponents to see how things work. And then I actually go out and buy the deck. But I don't buy the gold, buy the gems to play in events, to build up my deck. I don't spend my money there. To me, it's not worth it. It's not a real experience like playing with a player. And I really feel the game's rigged against you. It makes no sense to me, that shuffling system. But they are reaching into those microtransactions. And they are building up the chase card effect with serialized cards. You know, 1 of 100s, 1 of 1000s. They're doing specialty edition collector boxes to draw in the higher end audience. Another niche group of the market share, which is probably them trying to grab in some of the old nostalgic players with a bigger bankroll, the vintage style players. I mean, how long is it until they give us a vintage format or a vintage Masters edition of some type where they build, you know, we have Modern, right? Modern Horizons. Why not a vintage Horizons? Wizards will continue to evolve and build themselves into something bigger and bigger. So even now, when we see what they are right now today in 2021, imagine what they will be in 2041 when I'm in my 60s. Imagine the changes the game will have gone through even in that time frame. Will there be a live action Magic the Gathering movie, like an actual movie? Who knows by that point? Because as they continue to draw upon player bases and draw new audiences everywhere, like I remember, it wasn't that long ago, I was walking by the local gaming shop and there's kids outside saying that, you know, they love this picture. I love this picture. The kids go, do you even know what that is? They go, well, it's Magic. It says right there, it's Magic, Mom. Look at it. It looks so cool. They hadn't even played the game. These kids were like 6 and 7, but they knew it was Magic. They could read the sign. They saw a cool image. I think it was Teferi on the front, if I recall. I was kind of like, you know, going by pretty quickly, but, you know, dog pulling me along. But I think pretty sure it was Teferi. And you realize, wow, look how far this game has come. I remember kids walking into the shop and not knowing what Magic was. They just walk right by. They kind of were interested in Overpower when it came out. But when you see what this game is going to become, and you recognize the branding power that Wizards of the Coast is putting into their marketing now, and how they evolve the game, like, you know, Brothers War is not a mistake. They are drawing in nostalgic players, right? Then they explore worlds that people recognize from a newer player base when they go to things like Ravnica, right? So as the game ages, you know, every 5 years they're trying to bring new elements of the game in to make sure they're keeping the old player base happy, drawing in a new player base here. They're experimenting way over here with other markets, trying to pull that player base in. They're trying to bring in more and more players to make the game bigger and bigger. And this is where I think they outdo a lot of other games that until I had that conversation with my son, I don't think I was giving them credit for it. And I look back now, I'm going, and of all the stuff, you're right. Like, buddy, you're right. Talking to my little guy, I'm like, they really do attract a large audience of people that even if you don't play the game, you recognize it. And when something becomes familiar and something you recognize, it becomes a comfort. And when something's a comfort, you seek it out. Nothing makes me happier on a bad day than sitting here doing a video with you all, or sitting down and going through my cards and just reminiscing about old decks I play or old things I do. Like, there is something to that. So kudos, Wizards. It's really ingenious how they've really marketed things out in all these years. And I never really recognized the extent until you sit down and really go over it and talk to a few friends and see how they feel. And I talked about those people I saw at the stores, people in their 60s and 70s who kind of knew the game and were talking to the guy. It's crazy. I think they should bring back intro decks. Those people were looking for something a little more simple, you know? I think it's fascinating how far and where we're going to go with this game. So yes, there'll be pricier products, but they'll keep veering off everywhere to keep as many people happy, I think, as they can. They got to keep all those fingers in the pie. We'll have more bakers out there looking for new avenues of revenue and new revenue streams of players to bring into the fold to get them attracted to the other formats. It's going to be a really great ride. I looked at that poll we did about 2022, are you excited? And although I'm feeling a little wallet fatigued right now, I can't help but be a little optimistic because I love the game so much. And I can't wait to see, because let's face it, you guys are really, when I email you guys and we talk about Magic, it just gets the day going, right? So I'm very interested to see where we are going to go in 2022 and what surprises Wizards may have planned. Brothers War, I think, is going to be really good now. Dominaria United, I think it has a chance. Even D&D, although I'm not disappointed with it, I'm kind of excited for Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I think it is going to be a great time. So this is MTG Moxman at 1:45 a.m. bringing you this video recording. You're going to be seeing it, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time? Because, I had the office party. I told you guys this. I hope you all had a fantastic day today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Glad to have you aboard hanging out with us here. And of course, we're getting closer to 10,000 subscribers. We're that much closer. Have a great one today, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow or in the comments sections. Have a great one. And of course, an amazing shout out to each and every one of my fantastic patrons on the channel who make our world go round. Thanks again for all that support. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a channel like there is today. Thank you so much. Everyone is awesome. I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you on the live stream. It's late. What are you still doing here? Oh wait, you're seeing this at 11:15 or sometime during the day, or maybe the next day or two, or maybe you're a person who's finding this video 10 years from now and you're watching it for some nostalgic reason to see what happened to me as I got older. Who knows? Guys, I hope you're having an awesome day today. You guys rock. What can you say? We're getting closer to Christmas. The holidays are here. We all deserve a break. And I don't mean Kit Kat. I mean a real break. You're awesome. I can't wait to see you guys over the holidays. Have a fantastic day today. Thanks for tuning in. And let's put a boomstick in that comment section because we all deserve that. Have a great one, guys. What, you want more? No.